Welcome to Smart Shopping Conversions, the podcast. Today we're exploring episode 1 of 13, Smart Shopping Conversions, reaching every generation with ChatGPT plus Google Merchant Center. So this session is basically your comprehensive overview of chapters 1 right through 12. It gives you the full picture of what's coming up in the series. Our mission here really is to guide you through some practical, actionable strategies, things designed to help your brand not just show up, but really stand out in today's AI-powered search landscape. And we're talking about platforms like ChatGPT, but also those voice assistants everyone's using, and of course, Google Shopping. Because let's be honest, it's not just about traditional search anymore, is it? It's really about engaging in, actual conversations. That's where the shopping journey starts now.
Absolutely. And that shift, it's huge for every single brand out there. You got to see that. What's really fascinating, I think, is how this marketplace, this AI-powered one, it's evolving so fast. It demands a whole new level of understanding. It's not just, listing products. You need to get how different generations search. And maybe even more crucial, how AI interprets their unique intent. We're really talking about taking everyday questions people ask, casual stuff they might say out loud to their phone, and turning those directly into sales for your brand. So this overview is going to highlight how you can master our Connect, Captivate, Convert framework. Think of it as your essential playbook. It gets you ready for pretty much every interaction, from someone whispering a voice query like gifts for dad, right through to maybe a TikTok-inspired impulse buy.
Yeah, exactly. It's about anticipating that conversation almost before it happens. Okay, let's ride. Now, to really make a go of it in this new AI commerce world, the material we're covering introduces a core framework: Connect, Captivate, Convert. Think of these as your three main pillars. You really can't do without them. So Connect, that's all about laying the groundwork, right? It starts with really understanding your audience, their search behaviors, what they're actually looking for underneath the words. Then we move to Captivate. That's where the real engagement happens. You're creating content that grabs attention, sure, but also builds trust and delivers real value. And finally, Convert. This is all about guiding those interested folks, smoothly from just being curious to actually taking action, making that buying experience super easy, frictionless.
Right. And what's so important to get right from the start is that these aren't just steps in a line, 1, 2, 3. No, they're interconnected. They're constantly influencing each other. For instance, you can't really captivate someone if you haven't connected first, right? And you definitely won't convert them if you haven't nailed both of those effectively. It's this holistic view that makes the framework so powerful, especially, as AI keeps changing how people find and buy things.
Okay, so let's start with Connect. Makes sense. If people can't find you, nothing else matters, does it? So our first chapter in the series, chapter 1, is Generation Smart Meet the New Age of AI Shoppers. This one really focuses on how different generations shop and search in, really different ways. And a big part of the challenge, but also the opportunity, is how AI is picking up on these nuances.
That's spot on. And what often catches brands by surprise is, Gen Z, they're digital natives. We know that. But their attention span online for one specific product, it can actually be shorter than a baby boomer sometimes. Gen Z. They want answers now, product links immediately, and tons of social proof. That whole hashtag TikTok making buy it vibe, that instant validation. They're scrolling, swiping. If you don't hook them fast, poof, they're gone. Boomers, though, totally different. They didn't prioritize clarity, lots of details, ease of use. They might spend more time researching. So this chapter, it really helps you meet each generation right where they are in that journey. And crucially, how AI tweaks its presentation based on who it thinks it's talking to. Those inferred habits.
It's a really fascinating dynamic, isn't it? And understanding that behavior, that dictates how we should phrase things for these conversational platforms. Which brings us neatly to chapter 2. Say it and shop it, Conversational Commerce with ChatGPT. The core idea here: optimizing your product content so it works for natural language queries. The way people actually talk to AI platforms. Forget stuffing keywords like you used to for search crawlers. You're basically writing like you're answering a friend who asks, hey, what's a good budget smartwatch for a teenager? Needs to be waterproof, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And that's where the shift happens. From just keywords to understanding semantic intent. That becomes absolutely critical. It's not just about sounding natural. It's about engineering your content, structuring it so AI can pull out entities, figure out the intent, and build conversational paths. This often gets into things like latent semantic indexing, understanding the context, the relationships between words. something traditional keyword stuffing just completely ignored. This chapter helps you go beyond just sounding human. It helps you structure your content so AI can properly understand it and serve it up intelligently.
Precisely. It's like you're teaching the AI to get the nuances, the subtleties of a
Yeah.
human chat, and then to make sure that great conversational content actually gets seen by the AI. Well, that's where Chapter 4 comes in. Google Merchant Center, your AI shopping launchpad. This is where, the theory meets reality. Google Merchant Center, GMC, it's been the backbone for product feeds for ages, right? But now it's evolving. It's becoming this critical nerve center for AI commerce.
Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
GMC isn't just a bridge anymore. It's really becoming an intelligence hub.
Yeah.
It feeds clean, structured product data, good images, accurate prices, detailed descriptions, reviews, feeds it all to Google Shopping, sure,
Yeah.
but increasingly also to platforms like ChatGPT and other generative AI experiences. This literally turns a simple question someone asks into a rich, direct link to buy your product. The strategic piece here is that GMC gives your products a consistent AI-readable identity across different platforms.
Mm-hmm.
That prevents AI from, misunderstanding or just leaving out your products altogether.
Right, and building right on top of that, in Chapter 6, GEO is the new SEO, Generative Engine Optimization for businesses. We get into this big shift, moving from traditional SEO to what we're calling Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. What's really interesting is how AI now prioritizes content that doesn't just match keywords, but content that directly answers real questions, gives rich context, shows its usefulness.
Think about it, right? Traditional SEO, it was often about trying to, game the algorithms. GEO, that's completely different. It's about earning trust and relevance with a machine that's actually designed to understand. It's about writing like a human. So you show up in those AI answers when someone asks, what's a durable, eco-friendly water bottle for someone who hikes every day? So, see, the AI isn't just scanning for water bottle and hike. It's assessing how genuine your answer feels, how complete it is, the context you provide, how well it solves the user's underlying problem. So this chapter, it reveals how to structure content that really resonates with generative AI, makes your brand a trusted source in that conversational search space.
And to really make that happen effectively, Chapter 7, Structured for Success, How Schema Helps ChatGPT Help You, is just crucial. This chapter dives into using structured data, you often hear it called schema.org, to make your products genuinely AI-readable.
Yeah, and what often gets missed is that schema. It's basically the language AI uses to truly understand your product. It's not just reading the description. Think of it like the product's DNA. When you use schema tags like product schema, you're explicitly defining the name, description, price, image, reviews, availability, all of it. You're defining it in a format that AI tools can just instantly parse, make sense of. Without schema, your product is just, text on a page. With it, it's a perfectly labeled, categorized item sitting in AI's huge knowledge graph. And the consequences of getting schema wrong or missing it, they're serious. Your product might just be invisible to the AI or totally misinterpreted. Even if the description is perfect for humans, this chapter helps you avoid those issues, make sure AI can be your ultimate sales assistant.
That makes perfect sense. It's like giving AI the instruction manual, isn't it? For your products. Okay, so moving on from getting found to actually getting noticed, getting loved, let's talk Captivate, our second pillar. Chapter 3. Visuals that convert. How ChatGPT displays product info points out something important. When ChatGPT shows shopping results, it's often not just text. It uses these pre-formatted product cards, which means your visuals, they become absolutely critical, paramount.
Exactly. And there's a real psychological piece here too. In this kind of AI-driven shopping world, your visuals are talking before your words even get a look in. High-quality images, and yeah, we're talking at least 800 by 800 pixels, super clear, plus descriptive alt text, engaging lifestyle shots. These aren't just nice-to-haves anymore. They're critical conversion tools, period. This chapter actually breaks down specific visual approaches for different generations, like Gen Z. They respond to trendy, bold, authentic images, stuff that tells a story, whereas boomers might want clearer, more informative visuals. Show the function, the ease of use, understanding these subtle differences and how AI surfaces them. That can make or break that vital first impression. It's amazing how much one image can say, really. And Chapter 5, Boomers to Zoomers Create Content That Clicks, expands on that idea. It emphasizes tailoring your product listings, your social content, everything for each generation's unique search style, their content comfort zone. Yeah, and this goes way beyond just having nice pictures. It means tweaking the tone, the format, even the platform where your content actually lives. For example, boomers might resonate with phrases like easy to use, reliable performance, maybe customer support included. Millennials, they often look for eco-conscious, sustainable, or community-driven aspects. And Gen Z, they're searching for TikTok trending, IRL reviews, real-life reviews, and content that feels authentic, maybe even a bit raw. And the AI, it's learning to pick up on these subtle things, not just keywords, but sentiment, context, which means your content needs to speak their specific language for AI to really recommend it effectively.
So then in Chapter 8, personalized product content that connects, we push even further. We go beyond just broad demographics to tackle specific use cases, individual shopper mindsets. This is where you shift from generic descriptions to ones that feel, well, deeply empathetic.
Right, think of it like this. Instead of just saying ergonomic office chair, you craft something that speaks right to a specific pain point or an aspiration. Maybe something like supportive ergonomic chair designed for long work days, loved by remote professionals and home office warriors. See the difference? That kind of personalized content. It dramatically boosts relevance because it signals to the AI, hey, we understand this user's exact scenario. It's about weaving these AI interpretable stories, embedding problem solution scenarios, ideal user types, benefit-focused language right into your product descriptions. When the AI can perfectly match a user's need with your solution, conversions just naturally happen.
And tying right into all of that is Chapter 10, Captivate with Confidence, Build Brand Trust Across Generations. Because trust, honestly, it's the new conversion strategy in this AI age. But the signals that actually build that trust, they differ quite a bit by generation.
This is really where brand reputation management meets AI optimization. It's fascinating. Boomers, for instance, they look for clear reliability, strong warranties, easily accessible customer support, things they can count on. Gen X, they tend to prioritize honest, detailed reviews, transparent comparisons. They want the proof points. Millennials are often swayed by values, sustainability commitments, ethical practices, that matters to them. And Gen Z, they want the real talk. Authentic user-generated content, social proof that feels organic, not like a slick ad. So your brand's voice needs to be consistent, yes, but also generationally aware. And it needs to be backed by these trust signals that AI can actually detect and highlight. That's what builds confidence. That cements loyalty. This chapter helps you basically audit and optimize those signals so AI sees your brand as credible.
Okay, so now let's talk about actually turning all that interest into action, our third pillar. Convert. Chapter 9, From Chat to Checkout, Reducing Friction for Every Generation, really zooms in on this, streamlining that whole path, from discovery right through to the actual purchase.
And what's really interesting here is that friction points, they often act like generational bottlenecks. AI can either make them worse, or if you're smart about it, help get rid of them. Different generations get tripped up by different things online. For boomers, maybe it's unclear directions, confusing navigation, or hard-to-find customer service. For Gen Z, it might be the lack of a one-tap checkout, no Apple Pay option, or just an overly complicated form to fill out. AI is getting better and better at spotting these user frustrations. And if your site is optimized, it can route users towards the smoothest possible path. So removing these digital speed bumps, making checkout feel as easy as a natural conversation, that's absolutely essential for lifting conversions across all generations.
Digital speed bumps. I like that. That's a great way to put it. And then Chapter 11, Connect, Captivate, Convert, the AI Commerce Blueprint, really pulls it all together, doesn't it? This chapter lays out a cohesive strategy. It integrates every single element we've touched on so far.
Exactly. And it's not just a static checklist. It's more like an adaptive ecosystem. The blueprint is designed to guide shoppers smoothly. From that first flicker of curiosity through engaging content right to a confident conversion, it involves crafting clear, conversational titles, maintaining really robust, up-to-date GMC feeds, implementing precise schema markup, creating that generationally tailored content we talked about, showcasing strong trust signals, offering flexible, low-friction checkout options. The goal isn't just one sale. It's about encouraging repeat business, building lasting loyalty. You do that by creating an experience that's so seamless, so personalized, that customers feel genuinely understood. It really requires continuous optimization, especially as AI keeps evolving.
And finally, looking down the road, what's next? That's Chapter 12. It asks, what's next? The future of shopping is in the chat. The core idea being that the future of shopping, it's not just conversational, it's completely tied to how AI continues to interpret and, well, facilitate those conversations.
Yeah, it's about anticipating what's coming. Staying ahead, you've got to continually apply and refine that Connect, Captivate, Convert framework. It's ongoing work. It means creating content not just for how people search, but for how they talk, how they feel, what problems they're trying to solve. Brands really need to actively test and learn with new AI tools like ChatGPT as they emerge. And crucially, always remember the human. Put the person at the other end of that chat first, because at the end of the day, the AI's job is to serve that human better.
Exactly. So the big question, the one that keeps coming up for every brand, big or small, is this. Will your product, your solution, show up? And will it show up with relevance, with resonance? When someone inevitably turns to their device and asks ChatGPT, what's the best? This whole series, it's your roadmap, your guide to showing up clearly, consistently, and confidently in this new AI-powered shopping world.
Ready to keep writing? This entire series is your roadmap to showing up clearly, consistently, and confidently in the AI-powered shopping world. We really encourage you to take what you've heard in this overview and start applying these ideas today. Connect, captivate, and convert today's smart, multi-generational shoppers. Because honestly, the future of your brand really depends on getting this right.
Yeah, the smartest strategy isn't just about being seen anymore. It's about being believed, being useful in every single AI conversation. The future, it belongs to the brands that truly understand the human on the other end of that chat. Ready to keep writing. Up next is Chapter 1, Generation Smart Meet the New Age of AI Shoppers. From boomers to zoomers, today's shoppers aren't just browsing, they're asking. Meet each generation in the AI-powered marketplace and learn how their habits shape the way brands must connect.